Hello guys, myself Dayesh Bhure. I am a data science and business analyst intern at the Sparks Foundation during the graduate rotational internship program July 2021. So this video is regarding the task 1 during my internship. So let's start. Okay, so the task 1 was the prediction using supervised ML, and the aim is to predict the percentage of a student based on the number of study hours. In this task, I have used NumPy, Matplotlib, Pandas, Seaborn, Scikit-learn or sklearn as libraries, and the dataset that is used is the student scores dataset. I have also provided the link for the dataset, so let's have a look. So this is a very basic dataset, that is, it has only two columns, hours and scores, and we'll be working on the same. I have also provided the link to my GitHub repository, so do check it out. Okay, so for firstly, we are doing the importing of the required libraries. After that, we are reading the data from the provided link. We get the prompt data read successfully. Now I have used .head function to see the first 5 rows of the data. And let me do one thing really quick. We can use .shape for seeing the dimensions of the dataset, that is, it has 25 rows and 2 columns. Also, we can look at some info regarding the dataset. So yeah, we can see that it has 2 columns, hours and scores. It has 25 non-null rows. The hours column is a float data type and scores is a int data type. And we can also look at some mathematical values using the describe function. Yeah, so the describe function gives us mathematical values such as count, mean, standard deviation, minimum, maximum, and the intermediate values as well. Now, here actually we don't have to do this step because we have already seen that it has 25 rows, and here in the info function it is showing that it has 25 non-null rows, but still we'll do it anyway. So yeah, no surprises. It has 0 null values, and as there are no null values, we can proceed further. We can plot the graphs. So first of all, I have used a scatter plot from the Seaborn library, that sns.scatterplot, for plotting the scores and the number of hours. So on the y-axis, I have used scores, and x-axis is the number of hours. Then I have used plt.title for setting the title, marks versus study hours, and size is just for the size of the text. Then y label is for label of y-axis. Similarly, x label is for label of x-axis, and size is the text size. Then I have used plt.show to display the actual graph. So from this scatter plot, we can clearly see that there is a linear relation between the number of hours studied and the marks scored by the student. So we can also plot the regression line for the same using the sns.regplot. X is the number of hours, same, y is the scores or the marks. Then title, y label, x label, same thing. Then displaying the graph, and I have also printed the correlation values. So yeah, here we can see the regression plot, and it's same as the scatter plot, it just adds a regression line in between, so we can clearly see. Then we can see here that between hours and scores there is a strong correlation. Same is written here. From the above output, it is confirmed that the variables are positively correlated, and we can deduct it from the graph itself as well. Now the next step, preparing the data. So we have to divide the data set into attributes and labels. that is the inputs or the input that we will be giving the model, and what the model should give us as an output, that will be the labels. So I have used X variable for the attributes and Y variable for the labels. And here what I have done is, as we can see in the data set, there are only 2 columns. So the last column will be our label, that is the scores. Okay, so I have just removed the scores column from the X, that is the attributes, and Y will be the score column, as it is we are using it as the labels. Now after dividing the data set, we have to split the data into 2 sets, that is the training set and the test set. The training set will be used to train the model, the machine learning model, and the test set will be used to perform predictions on the inputs. So for this, we'll be using scikit-learn's built-in train test split, which is present in sklearn.model selection. And so xtrain will be the training data, xtest will be the testing data, ytrain will be the labels of the training data, and ytest will be the labels of the test data. And I have kept the test side as 25% of the actual complete data set, and 75%, remaining 75% will be the training data. Now finally training the model. So we are using the linear regression, which is present under the sklearn.linear model. And linear regression is a supervised machine learning algorithm, and it is used to predict the value of a variable from on the basis of value of another variable. For example, here we'll be using the R's variable as the base to predict the scores variable, value of scores variable. Okay, so I have not actually run the cells, so I'll do that quickly. Yeah, so now we are training the model. Now it gives us the prompt that training complete. Now making predictions. So we are using .predict function on the X test. Remember I told you that X test is the inputs of the test data set. So we'll be using that to predict the Y test, that is the scores. So yeah, it has given us an array as an output with the predicted scores. I have then just made a pd.data frame for used pd.data frame for basically showing the input values that we have provided here in the X test and the marks that it has predicted. It is same as this. Okay, now comparing the actual marks and the predicted marks. So this is just another data frame where I have shown actual marks as a column and predicted marks as another column. Now we will use a graph to see the same comparison. Y-axis has the marks, x-axis has the, no, this is wrong. 1 second. Okay, so actual marks versus the predicted marks. So yeah, sorry, my bad. The y-axis has the actual marks and x-axis has the predicted marks. Okay, now till this part our model is actually complete and it has predicted the values as well. Now we are using the metrics that is present inside the sklearn library to evaluate our model. So I have used the accuracy, I have used the R squared for actual and predicted scores accuracy, and I have also used the MSE, RMSE ME, that is the mean squared error, root mean squared error, and the mean absolute error. Now let's check these values real quick. So yeah, we are getting almost 93.67% accuracy, close to 94. And these are the values of the MSc, RMSc, and MAE. So we can conclude that the model is giving us around 94% accuracy, and the low error metric values indicate that there is a very less chance of wrong prediction or some kind of error. Also, we can also predict the marks by manually giving number of hours as the input. For example, if we want to predict the score, if a student studies for, let's say, 9.5 hours a day, so how we will do that? So we'll just type in 9.5, and I'll store the output and answer. So I have stored in LR, right? Yes, LR. So this should work. Oh, I have not actually printed the value. Here what I'm doing is I'm keeping the output. I'm keeping the output to up to 3 decimal places only. So I'll just round off the output up to 3 decimal places, right? So yeah, here as you can see, if we have given 9.5 hours a day as the manual input, so if a student studies for 9.5 hours, he or she will be able to score around 96.378 or 96 marks, around 96 marks. So yeah, that's it for task 1. Thank you for watching.